I am going to try to recap to the best of my abilities because it's been a while and
It's been a while.
Yes. Oh, you know what?
Wow.
my notes don't say a lot. They say what's supposed to happen, but not what happened exactly.
I have my notes. My notes are kind of on brand. There's a little
Your
shit
notes
talking in it.
have been fantastic from day one, so why don't you do it?
Yeah. No, feel free to
At some point, I think.
feel free to jump in.
Leo and I are at a party, but we don't know we're at the same party. And we are trying to get some briefcases or some shit. So, I think. I'm dressed up fancy.
Even further back than that, because I have at least a couple of questions that I need answered. You were in an oh shit situation with the Inquisition or Antigen. You got out of there, not unscathed, but and you carried with you Ten Toes, as you dubbed him. I need to figure out what happened to him, but moving on, you eventually, after some of you falling into oblivion and other people, like literally oblivion, and other people just trotting along in the sewer, you met and surfaced where you were again assaulted because a drone spotted you. You were saved by an Archon who apparently could teleport or something. He removed you from the situation anyways. You spoke to the Justicar, and two of the younger Archons had some remarks about you guys, but seems like Nathaniel, he was calm and collected, and then you had a whole speech about your destiny and all sorts of bullshit from the Justicar, whether you believe it or not. Sorry, once again?
Space Ghost Justicar, the ones that went in time.
Yeah, the Doctor Who Justicars.
Right.
Or is that
Hell
Space
yeah.
and Time? I can't remember. You were put back, not in your original place, because that would mean a hail of bullets. And you were told to lay low for a while before eventually fighting and dealing with the Sabbat. At least the head of them. So you all did a couple of things before, well, you're taught to do the Sabbat at the next full moon, I believe, as far as I remember. So you had time before that. Dave and Luke went to dinner together to eat a Methuselah. Hecata, if I remember correctly. In exchange for a, well, classically demonic contract with Nemesis. Killing the warlock was the deal, or at least helping her with doing it. And if anyone should fail to hold up their end of the bargain, they would perish immediately, or be consumed by hellfire. I think
The terms felt very fair.
yeah. Oliver had a, what do you want to call it? A training session with fire.
Yeah, like the Firewalker ritual, the rite of initiation, I suppose.
Yeah, which you, I think, with your fortitude and your rituals, you handled masterfully. Just got burned a little bit, just some superficial damage, nothing to worry about. And I think you finally had your Darth Vader moment with Victor as well.
Yes. What is thy bidding, my master?
Exactly. We had 2 seeds left, or brief things that people needed to do. I'm gonna do the one we ended on first, which is, well, Leo, you were asked to escort the Harpy Regina Blake to a fundraiser thing with some very powerful and influential people. We're not exactly sure why, if she just needed some arm candy or if she had a greater purpose for you being there, maybe just protection. And Emery, you're taught by the spy master that you're supposed to attend the same event because there is the Minister of Defense's briefcase in a room that you need to, well, he has a key that you need to copy, a card key. I know, Marie, you have a focus you need to turn on, but I'm gonna get back to that as well. But where we left off is outside the building, people arriving in limousines. Leo, you step out of the car and you see Emery in probably the nicest outfit you've ever seen her in, standing at the entrance. And of course, Emery, you see Leo step out of the car with the harpy, and as I mentioned last time, you feel Mithras in the harpy, the blood of Mithras. And she just gives you a little bit of a wink as she steps out in recognition of your, sisterhood in your cases. There are a lot of security here, a lot of influential people, a lot of bodyguards, a lot of fancy dresses, jewelry, all the sorts of things you expect from people wanting to show off just how charitable they can be, especially when the press is here. And the press is very much here. You see the flashes from cameras everywhere. I assume both of you are blushed. You don't need to roll for that. I believe you did last time. With your fake identities, you get inside. I assume none of you have a gun or a knife or anything illegal in your purse. So you get through into the large hall that has been cleared in this gallery for people to stand around. Small pedestal tables, there are waiters running around with champagne. And there is a risen pedestal at the very end of a hall where there's a stair going upstairs. Apparently someone is to give a speech later. But I'll leave the scene to you for now. Ask me if you have any questions. Regina is there as well. She's, currently holding Leo by the arm.
As we enter, I'll turn on Sense the Unseen to see if there's any funky, wacky shit going on.
I'll do the roll.
Where is this taking place again?
A gallery.
Okay, so not the Christmas tree then.
No, not the Christmas tree.
I was about to say, because he turns out he's going to be blinded.
No, I don't think Alex Kairos will house the Minister of Defense.
He just might. Who knows?
Well, only if to kidnap him, perhaps.
Yeah.
Okay. Why is there no dice?
That does not look correct.
No. It sure doesn't.
Emery, you don't have anything magical on you, as far as I remember, right?
Just pigeons. Just pigeons.
They don't glow. Regina has a necklace on, and apparently it's been hidden by her dress, but an anklet bracelet as well that you kind of see glowing just a little bit. You don't know what they do, but that's the only thing supernatural in here, apart from, I think, 24 ghosts in fancy dresses that wants to attend as well. And as soon as you see them, they see you.
Lovely, gonna turn that off just as fast as I turned it on.
Understandable. But yeah, Regina, she looks at you both and says, I'm gonna mingle. Leo, you help Emery. And she walks off to get a glass of champagne and talk to an elderly gentleman in a penguin suit.
Well, in that case, I'll go over to Emery. You're looking enchanting tonight.
You as well, Leo. And she'll look you up down. Did you make this yourself?
Of course.
It's beautiful. Beautiful tailoring here. I'd expect nothing less from you. At least this time you get to wear it above ground.
Oh yes. If this goes underground, I will burn with it.
Well, let's hope that that's not in the future for either of us. What do you think of this whole place? You'll see her like waving her arm around. What do you make of all of this?
Fancy people using money to not have to pay for other things.
Yeah. I have a very specific task this evening. How about you?
I was just told to help you. I don't know.
Well, I am curious about the one person in particular and possibly following them. There's something in particular that I'm in need of from this event.
Anything I can help with?
Potentially, I think that between the two of us, we'll both simultaneously need to work together, but also create a situation where things are separated, if you know what I mean.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Many hands make light work, but here there seems to be quite a few individuals that are probably invested in keeping everything protected, so it might be a little more complicated than some of the other things we've been engaged in.
Seems that way, yes.
Mm-hmm. However, I guess the up and up, everything has been going well here so far, so that's good. Do you know anyone else here? Did you come alone? Did you come with anyone?
I came with Regina, a friend of mine.
What is she off doing now?
Just mingling.
Gotcha. And so she'll try to. Are we inside or are we outside, kind of like in the outdoor area? Or are we like in the lobby? Where are we at?
You're in the Great Hall. There's a lot of people around you, and obviously the hum of voices. A little bit of elevator music in the background, but the elevator music is coming from a band playing the violin. But it's just, calm.
Gotcha. Looking around to make sure that nobody can like overhear her, she will lean into Leo and let Leo know kind of what she's after with the key and the copy, trying to be as low as possible because she doesn't know who's listening, but she doesn't want anyone to hear. So she says that. She'll pull away. Guess the music tonight sounds like they've got some great entertainment. It's unfortunate we didn't get our pianist in here. He would have been a better option than this violin player. What do you think, Leo?
Yes, but I don't think many of the microphones would have enjoyed it.
That's fair. What are your thoughts on helping me with that situation that's got me keyed up a little?
I mean, I have nothing better to do, so why not? When I have fun with it.
All right. Well, maybe I'll go snag a glass of champagne and make it look like I belong here.
Why not? I might do the same myself.
Just find a flute of champagne, kind of walk around with, try to check it out.
Do a wits and awareness or wits and technology. 4. Let's see if that works for you. Do you that particular role or?
Oh, it's 1 second. I'm clicking buttons.
You have your aspects on top.
Oh, aspects on top. Okay.
Yes.
Hey.
You want to leave it at that?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, it's not something really that you usually pay attention to. Emery, you see, well, there are cameras in here, obviously. One of them turns down to you. You see, like, it's very far away, but you notice these kinds of things, that it's on, then it's off, then it's on, and then it's off. Probably the spy master. And now that you're aware of it, every time you're in front of a camera, they seem to turn off.
Eye in the sky. Sounds good. Well, did the spy master give her like a layout or a map or any place, like where would she know where to go?
Yeah, he I can't remember what I said back then, but it's upstairs and in a very specific room, a heavily guarded room, but there's a briefcase in there, and it's probably just where the minister is resting before his appearance, and I believe he gave you an earpiece as well. That you would be able to turn on. It's not on when you walk in there because they have scanners for that sort of thing, but you can turn it on. And I believe, what was the signal? Give the finger to the camera in case of emergency or some shit like that. Yeah. Make a very rude gesture, I believe, if shit hits the fan. But yeah, you are supposed to go upstairs. You can see there's kind a winding staircase that goes in each direction, and the left is blocked by a rope, a red rope. Not many people go upstairs, but it doesn't seem like those people who are, they're not prevented from doing so by security. But you expect definitely there are some areas that will be blocked from the general public.
Are you good, Leo, to continue this way? It seems like we're getting to the heart of the hornet's nest.
Sure. Let me know if you need anyone to look the other way or something.
Okay.
And I will just follow Emery, making it look like we're still walking together and just mingling, and that we don't have a specific goal.
Yeah. I'll leave you to do that with a performance and something.
Performance and something.
Oh, performance.
Just Leo. He'll be your social shield.
I hope, because I've got 0 in performance, so it's all you, Leo.
Can I use manipulation since I'm trying to make it look like we're doing something we're not?
That's more than fine. You can use charisma, manipulation, or composure, whatever you want. But unless you want attention, I wouldn't suggest all.
Yeah, I don't have all on as of right now. And again, that doesn't want to work.
Yeah, I think something is up with your disciplines.
That was a skill, but yes, something is.
Oh, okay. Try a 5. I reset the API. Maybe you just need to reload.
That might be.
Or I'll be rolling for you the entire evening, and you're gonna yell at me at some point.
I'll try it again to see if it works. I'll just add a modifier of the amount of dice I have. Maybe it'll be incredible. Oh yeah, that works.
You're on a reroll?
Yes, I'm gonna flash a willpower to reroll 3 of those.
There's a lovely 10 there in those red dice.
There is. 3 successes.
3 is plenty for what you're trying to achieve. You get upstairs, you turn, you walk down a hall. There are a few offices to your left, toilets to your right. Leo, you have super ears, so you hear a little bit of a stressed man telling people not to let anyone inside a room and watch the door until he gets back. It's time for his speech, and then you hear 7 sets of footsteps coming your way.
I'm just gonna lean over to Emery and quickly just go, 7 people through that door. And just kind of move ourselves to the side a little bit.
Yeah. You want to step into the bathroom or one of the offices?
Bathroom, why not?
Yeah. Well, they're unisex because we're in 2000 and something. You step inside. There is a gentleman in there who is vigorously rubbing his nose and just smiling as you enter. You hear some, I think a couple of something behind the store giggling. And he just smiles and nods and wipes his nose and walks out of the bathroom as you enter. You hear what you can only assume is the Minister of Defense giving his speech, walking past the bathroom with 6 guards, you think. Hence the 7 sets of footsteps.
Fair enough.
And you can exit, walk down the hall, and at the very end of it, you see 2 suit-wearing monkeys with sunglasses blocking a door.
Is it like a T-junction or like a straight hall and then at the very end there?
Oh, there's a cross-section in the middle of it, but it's at the very end of the hall where the guards are located.
By the cross-section, is there any people to the left and right at all? Or is it empty?
It's empty.
Then as we walk, I'll lean us towards the left a little bit, and then I will activate Melopone and Throne Voice, so that my voice becomes very charming, and then I'll make it appear from the other junction, and have it sound like someone screaming, if possible.
You want to lure them there?
Yeah, I want to lure them to the other side with a scream.
All right. Well, make you roll with everything on top if you can.
I will.
Emery, as Leo is distracting these people, what's your intention?
Did they see us?
Yeah, but you're far enough away that they don't pay. They see you turn the hole, kind of, but that's not illegal.
Gotcha. She's. Have we seen the Prime Minister yet?
You walk past the toilet.
But we haven't seen the. Because I was thinking of using Unerring Pursuit for the Minister, but I don't know if I've seen him yet.
Oh, Leo said he walked by the. That's the 7 sets of footsteps that walk past. So he's going downstairs to, give his speech.
Could I use Unerring Pursuit to just track him?
Yes. I believe so. I don't remember the requirements, but I believe it's
I'm gonna
just
do a rouse check.
something you have seen.
What role do you want me to do? Manipulation, presence?
Subterfuge and manipulation plus your presence, I believe.
Okay.
Because she's trying to lure him away.
Did get a 1. Well, got a 1 on my rouse check for that, but I don't think that just is a fail for rouse.
You gain a hunger. Leo, you gain a hunger as well.
This is
I'll
hard
take that
work.
6. I'll take that lovely little 6.
And then I'm going to roll Resolve in Auspex, and you get it 1 night plus 1 for each success. So.
Yes. Well, Leo, the only thing you hear is kind of a growl and a snarl. Your beast is usually quiet, but something is waking up inside you. Something very bestial. And it's more of a feeling than a voice, but it very much wants to eat these 2 monkeys in suits. Maybe make a painting with them afterwards.
The idea is just gonna cross Leo's mind and he'll smile a little bit.
Well, a 6 with a crit. You know where he is. And I think for a couple of nights, you can't really avoid knowing where the Minister of Defense is. Even if he suddenly should be swallowed by another plane of existence, I think you would know.
Got him for the next 5 nights. 5 nights.
I assume, Emery, you want to get past these people as they're being lured away, because that seems... They react to the voice. You know Leo is doing it, so you're not distracted by it. But they can't help but go towards it, almost like sailors towards a siren on a rock. So if, Emery, if you can give me a stealth roll with a +3.
So subterfuge
Stealth.
or stealth.
Stealth plus composure or dex, I think.
And then you said to add what?
3.
2 successes. I can re-roll. Oh.
Oh,
I
not
did
the
that
entire roll. Do a willpower reroll.
Sorry. Willpower re-roll. Whoa. I got 666. Let's go.
Well, that's a 5, I believe.
I'll take it.
You get past them, unlock the door quite easily, and enter a suite. Not a suite, like an office with a nicer desk. A big, tall, but very slim window. There's a globe, you assume, with booze in it. But behind the desk, kind of stood inside it, is a briefcase, a black briefcase, where there's a digital lock on it. You have a device, the same device you got in through the door with, that quickly snaps open the briefcase where, well, there's various documents, but you do find a key card, and you're able to pull out your... I'm calling it a laptop, but it's really more of an 11-inch kind of tablet laptop thingy with a device attached to it. It seems very homemade. And I need a technology and intelligence for you to copy the card without leaving any traces.
Can I use my technology hacking specialty with this? Because I'm...
Very much so.
Okay. So we said technology and wits or intelligence?
Intelligence.
Okay. Thank you. 4 successes.
4. I'm gonna be nice enough to give you a difficulty on this.
Was it 4 or less?
I'll tell you in a second.
Blows up in your hands.
Oh no!
Where am I? There am I. Difficulty 6.
So I need to re-roll. I need a
to
willpower.
Yeah.
I should have.
Oh, also we need to add your hunger in there. Just there we go.
Should have surged too.
I didn't think to surge. Yeah, that's my fault. I didn't know what my difficulty was ahead of time though, so womp womp.
It's fair enough. If everything goes wrong, the beast will be more than happy to help you.
Let's go. Just more pigeons. Willpower reroll. Oof, no, didn't get it. I only got one.
Close. You could succeed at a cost. You're only 1 short.
Can I succeed at a cost?
You have a crit. You have a crit.
That's a good. That's a good.
You have a crit. That's more than enough. That's...
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
6 or 7 with a crit. More than enough. Yes, you succeed. You copy the card.
Hack the planet. Let's go.
Back to Leo. As she's doing this, it probably takes... Well, she's good, so 2-3 minutes. The guards, they turn the corner with their back to you. There's nothing there, you know that, and they're gonna figure that out very soon. So, what's your intention as Emery is inside the office?
A great question. Is there any way I can hide on the sides or something?
There's offices to the left and right of you. So.
I'll just sneak into one office.
Do a stealth roll. Composure or dex to hide.
Yeah, no, my sheet doesn't want to work today. Don't worry about it. I'll roll. I'll just gotta add numbers manually.
This is so weird.
That's too many dice.
Let me help you out here.
It's supposed to be 4.
What do you do? Stealth and
Composure.
Composure.
I'll take it.
They are distracted. You slip in and hide under a desk. Emery, you manage to copy the card, but you kind of hear voices coming towards the door again. There is a window behind you. It's not one you can open. So, how do you want to get out of here?
Is there a vent in the ceiling that I can shimmy through, or can I hide? Is there an armoire or something I can just sleep under or obfuscate into?
As long as you're standing still, you're invisible to your knowledge. But let me see.
Let's just hibernate up there in the corner. Look, no one sees anything.
Do an awareness, either intelligence or 2. It's
2.
It's not hard to find. You do find a vent that you can squeeze in through, and you don't think that it's a security breach because you go 6 feet in, and then it just drops into darkness.
It wouldn't be the first time I fell into a pit of despair, so let's go.
Leo, you have super ears. You hear like a gong, 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 and something disappears down below the building.
Is there a vent in the room I'm in as well?
Not in this room, no. But you can leave and kind of go back if you want to.
Yeah, sure, why not? I'll just leave and like go towards the grand hall.
Well, you walk down the stairs. You're kind of blocked by security. They're kind of hurrying you down because you know that's really supposed to be there as he's holding the speech, and they don't want any attention on you, so they're kind of monkeying around you.
Sorry.
You let out. He's giving some speech about recent terrorism in London, and they will not deal with them, and you know the usual. Get to the bottom of it and everything. But you do manage to join Regina again, who just smiles. And Emery, you fall down to something that will get you out of there. And I think that's the scene for you guys. You will eventually, later, receive a boon from the Harpy herself. But your havens have been reinforced by Watchmen. And you have a dot of influence in something political now. A little bit of blackmail, should you ever need it. And then we jump to Marie. Marie, you're in your house. I don't know how much furniture you have in there yet, but right now you're in the secret room in the basement with Ia, your ghost. I assume you have like a shit ton of books and reagents around you for turning on the focus.
Seems pretty likely. I doubt there will be much furniture yet, especially with how things have been around.
Been a bit hectic. But you do have the deed to the house now. It's technically yours, or, well, your mask's. Ia looks at you and all the, well, occult objects, and she asks, do you know what this is gonna do when you turn it on?
Which one is she pointing at?
The altar. The focus point, I guess. In the basement.
Alright. Other than I have any knowledge of the nature of this focus specifically, or because for the one in our basement, in our base, it was pretty different to this one. So I'm going to assume there is nothing really special about it other than, you know, the specialty that's being a focus in itself.
Do an occult roll.
Alright. Especially I want to make sure this won't influence my new ghostly friend. Yes, there we go. No extras. Yeah, I'm going to take it as is.
Well, it's a usual focus in the sense that it's on top of a ley line. You're not 100% sure if it's going to do anything to Ia, since she is a part of the house, and so is the altar. It might... You don't think it's gonna do anything... Well, it's not gonna destroy her, but it might empower her.
Alright. As I, reading through the lines and making sure everything is in its place, as far as I'm aware, it should be alright. There should not be a much notable change. It will only help and ease my burden a bit. But if you not notice anything weird, please let me know.
I'll let you know. She looks a bit concerned, but that seems to be because she does not really understand what you're doing.
As to speak, it's like this place has been built upon a giant electricity circuit. I am only looking to insert it in the house so that we have more light, but it's just more light. It will not explode or anything.
She nods and she asks, "Is there anything I can assist with, or?"
I thought this is, your field of expertise, but I would really value if you notice anything strange, something in the nature of the house that is shaping and changing in a harmful way. I really don't want that to happen. Keep a lookout for that if you want to.
Shall do.
Thank you very much.
This is not a specific ritual or anything, but I do need you to make a ritual roll.
All right. I'm going to use ward against Kainitz because it's that roll. No, that was a rose check. Does it need a rose check while we at it?
Yes, yeah, you're pouring your blood on the altar.
Okay.
Oh, you hear your beast. Don't fuck this up, dear.
All right. Will I note the difficulty or as most rituals?
4 is enough.
Perfect. Then yeah, I'm taking that 4.
It's a process. You feel the hum of, well, the ley lines and the magical energies start to fill the room. You know what, you've conducted your rituals close to a circus before, and you know how it empowers it, and you definitely feel that you're tapping into the primal energy of the ley lines, and you're pretty focused when you're doing your thing, but you hear a gasp at the end of it, and you see she's glowing a little bit and looking at herself like something weird is happening. And it looks like she's becoming solid. She's becoming less and less semi-transparent, and she's kind of reaching out to touch you, and you do feel something, albeit light, on your shoulder when she touches you. And she says, "Well, this is new." And it kind of fades a little bit again, and it looks like she's concentrating, then she becomes more solid again, but it's kind of going in and out, like she does not know how to control it.
Right. So I actually, when she extended her hand to me, I tried to respond. No, I did not shy away. I actually tried to match the movement. I noticed as well that maybe I could go through her if I push, but if I don't, I notice that's more. There is more mass, so to speak, not kind of like going into the water. Like I go past through, but it requires more will on my part to actually traverse it. So if I understand correctly.
Yeah. You know that.
Do you feel uncomfortable?
Oh, just weird. I'm usually not able to interact with anything that's not the house. But it's good, right? Like, I really need a hug. She smiles.
I'm not sure a hug is still possible, but it definitely will help while I'm looking at it. So there is no pain, no headaches, nothing strange. You're just different.
I feel weird, but it's probably because I'm half solid. I don't know how to explain it.
We'll have to be careful just in case. Take it slow. See if there's anything that changes. If you feel ill or anything like that at any moment, please let me know.
She nods, but she's smiling. It seems.
But I'm glad, it's different for you in a neat way. I hope at least. I will clean the leftovers from the ritual, so to speak, like the blood that turns invisible, obviously not even like I could, but any leftover, any ritual material that I actually had to use, I will clean them up. I will start polishing the place so that it does not reek of, blood sorcery bullshit.
Well, the room you're in is only accessible by ear. She's the only one who can open the door. So no one's coming in here unless you want them to.
I only want to maintain it neat and tidy. And in the meanwhile, I will be asking her, like, as if, for example, something more inorganic or more not as heavy, that means if she can actually lift it, or maybe some kind of soft stress testing of what she can do, as in, obviously she can't, bench press a damn human, but now she can hold a spoon, for example, or she can push them without using telekinetic stuff that ghosts have. Mostly helping her define what she can and can't do.
It seems to be only briefly. She can like lift the ball and then it will fall through her hand. It's like, and she really has to focus, and it actually looks. You don't know how a ghost can get tired. But it looks draining on her.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
You get a focus in your haven for this, obviously. And is there anything else you want out of this scene before I bring all of you together?
Not really. It's fine.
All right.
I just want her to be happy.
Well, she seems genuinely happy at the moment and curious about her new power, if you want to call it that. I need everyone to do a rouse to wake up. You're allowed to do a lot of rouses if you have aggravated damage and such, if you want to.
Is this a new day?
Yeah.
Yeah. How many is it? Only one day?
These things happened at various times during the week. You can actually...
Is it much to us that before sleeping we could have fed, or...
If you haven't heard, or you want to do a hunting roll, sure.
I will. My heart is not as healthy right now. It needs some more days to recover, and I need more than just one single sip. So yes, I would like to hunt normal way.
As long as nobody goes to... Well, if anyone wants to go to 0, let me know.
No, just one.
It'll only cost a stain or 2.
Just a stain. No big deal.
It's only a mortal life.
I'd also like to hunt if possible, to just get the bit down.
Yeah.
Okay. So low into 1 then, and waking up.
You are hunting in your own domain, which means the difficulty is 5.
Using I am rolling charisma, but I am using fame. Do you use fame as bonus dice or reduce difficulty? Because the manual has both in different parts. So
just bonus dice, it's fine.
all right, then this here and the specialty.
Would I get a bonus from my...
All right, yeah, I'm taking that and just normal feeling.
Yes, you're beautiful. You are full of awe and everything, Leo. Yes.
Storyteller.
Yes.
Okay.
How long has it been since the ritual of the fire?
1 or 2 days, maybe.
Okay.
Wow, that's a nice feat there, Leo.
Thank you.
Okay, that's what we need.
Fine, Marie's fine. You could go to 1 if you want to.
Alright, doing 3 rouse checks for the healing in aggravated damage.
Yep.
Alright, yeah, 1 hunger, that's pretty neat.
I was at 2 hunger, and then I wanted to use my herd. Can I go down to 1 hunger?
Yeah.
Okay.
You do have a lot of aggravated damage, though. You do have
So should I?
You have 2 ag. So if you want to do 3 rouse checks, you can, or just leave it at that. But
Okay, let's go. So I did my one.
Alright.
Oof.
I'm sure you'll be fine.
Nice.
Second, okay.
Nice.
okay.
Nice.
See, you're doing
That's what
great.
we're talking
yeah.
about.
Okay, all right. Okay, look at this. Did I just do?
You do 3 for each egg damage, but you can only heal 1 egg per night.
Yeah.
I
So.
just need one more.
One more. There we go.
Yeah, see, you succeeded all 3 of those. Yeah.
You're at 1 hunger.
Your beast sleeps.
And you can remove that act there. There we go. You only have 1 act now. That's manageable. Alright. You have fed, you have slept, you have done your things for the...
Luke is also blushed, by the way. He's, yeah.
You
Not going to do
wake,
that again.
and within half an hour you hear a hum in your mind. It's the Imperial March from Star Wars.
Nice.
Duh, 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 which is Josh's calling card saying, please let me in. Does anyone resist?
He needs a different ringtone, obviously.
He said, I need everyone. The fist, and it's important. Very. Gabriel's gone.
And why is this an emergency? I mean, does he not go sometimes? Where he goes? Wherever he goes?
He's been taken. Gone.
Oh, against his will. Okay.
We don't have a Baron right now.
Slightly different. Okay.
Also, it's a full moon. I just want to remind you guys.
He's a werewolf.
No. You need to deal with the Sabbat. There's a ghost here for you.
Damn it. Would you like anything else to add to? Is there an eclipse happening? I mean, just, we got a full moon, we got a ghost, we got Gabriel who's supposedly been taken against his will, and we have the Sabbat. Would you like to add to the list? Is there anything else we need to know about? Is there?
We can't have Fight Club without Gabriel.
Oh.
That simply won't stand. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a tragedy.
I'll be there.
You all you gather at the fist. In the basement there's Josh is there. He's pacing, or not, he's sitting at a computer. Ice is there, she's pacing in the ring, boxing ring. She's walking back and forth with her arms crossed, looking very, very concerned. Jake is sitting on a couch. Seems like he's polishing a rifle, literally. And just tilting his cap or his cowboy hat as you walk in.
See, ladies and gentlemen, this is what happens, right? When a warlock from the tower knows exactly where you live, right? And decides that they're going to take you away someday, so in the future, everybody, you just want to make sure that you keep your own location of your havens, everything else secret. Do not invite the warlock into your home. Do not let him write you into the book of names. All right. I think we've all learned our lesson today, so.
What about those shadow hands that took you from our haven?
No, that's something different, okay? And you don't want any shadow hands in your haven either, which is why I'm no longer living there. So, yeah. Good haven hygiene is important, right?
Good haven hygiene. Got it. Okay.
Nothing bad's happened in the haven since. Mr. Smith is quite friendly.
Exactly.
Dave, are you blushed?
If you'd have gone outside, then the answer is yes.
Okay. I just want to know, because Luke and Dave might look a little bit paler without being blushed. Isis, she looks and smiles at you, but she's it's kind of a forced smile. She's a bit concerned, and she says, "I'm so glad you're here."
Do you have any information of where he might be? Any tracking?
I know exactly where he might be, but it's an issue. But before we get to that, and we will get to that, ghosts are not known for being patient. Everyone with special sight, please turn it on so you can listen.
Luke's eyes go black.
Done.
But the light's on his phone.
Yeah. It's nothing there. Says the Asina Oblivion side and all that, and Oliver and Dave is just standing there, shrugging a little bit.
That's really not going to help.
See a lady hovering.
I will transcribe for the non-ghastly speakers.
She's hanging. with her. It looks like her neck is broken. Her hair is waving in wind that's not there.
Good luck for you. I mean, you're doing great today. You know, the head is to the side and everything. The hair is just fabulous, right?
I will not lose my look. Look.
The master has sent me. We were to locate your enemies, and we have. They
sounds
reside
good.
outside of London. In a little town, a little house. She gives you an address. I don't know the address, but she says an address.
4 out of London Street.
Yeah. Bumfuck nowhere will. Do you have any questions before I leave? She's looking terrifying if you're not used to banshees.
How are things with you? Are you okay?
I live to serve. And she smiles at the live.
Does Aisha ask anything or has any questions to do? Because if there is any questions done about, for example, Gabriel, she will be the one to do them. Otherwise, not really.
No, this is just paying Oliver's request to locate the Sabbat from the Hekara in exchange for a boon from the Baron. So obviously they have, I say they, but JK has sent a ghost. And she evaporates if no one has any more questions.
Oliver would just step forward and be like, did you see Gabriel with them?
To the ghost?
Like, from their reconnaissance, did they see Gabriel with the Sabbat?
It's a weird thing, but either she's ignoring Oliver or she can't hear him.
No, I'm transcribing. So I said it. I'm transcribing for the non-ghastly speakers on the room. I am also speaking back to her.
Just say it's a weird thing because usually they're able to hear everyone, but Oliver's asking his question, and usually you would be able to see the ghost turning towards the speaker. But it seems like Oliver is completely invisible to the wraith when he's talking.
My comrade asks if there is a man of these characteristics in there, or if there is anyone else in that house other than Okaware.
I can ask the master, but it would require another boon.
She can ask the master, but I will require another boon.
I guess we're going to find out regardless.
Justice. I know where he is. That's not the issue.
Alright, it won't be needed then. Thank you very much.
You hear a crack as the head goes to the other side, and then she disappears.
Thank you very much.
Always nice to see you.
Isa says, just pull it up on the large screen that usually keeping a scoreboard. You see first, it's a camera outside a bar, so it's kind of chopped in frames. It's not HD or anything, but you see, well, Gabriel, he's walking into what looks like a bar or a clubhouse of certain individuals who likes to ride motorcycles and have very right-winged symbols on their arms. And again, time passes by. Then there's a guy being thrown outside, another guy, a motorcycle being thrown over the building. Then there's an explosion.
Well,
A car arrives. You've seen these cars before. Antigen, a SWAT comes out, rushes into the building. Body parts are thrown out of the building. Another car arrives. Gabriel comes outside. There's a spotlight from a helicopter on him. He is shot from every angle. He's you don't know if it's the camera or he's just really fast, but he's tearing through people. But eventually, a very lucky crossbow bolt hits him in the heart, and he goes stiff on the ground, where the rest of them take him into a car, drives off, and the only thing that happens after that is a cleaning crew from the government arrives and Josh turns it off. Yeah.
They did him dirty, basically.
Yeah.
Looks like he ate off a bit more than he could chew.
Why did he fight them head on?
Because he's not the type to run, Isis says. Unfortunately.
So the Inquisition, the Inquisitors have him. Operation Antigen, they have him.
I'm sure he is located in the newest prison.
Great, that's fantastic.
So
That's just where we want to go.
Sabbat first.
Right.
Then is it Gabriel then Victor, or is it Victor then Gabriel? And what's the order here? So don't forget we've got the horsemen to help out for the Sabbat, so we don't need to use everything on them.
Right. Well, here's the thing. I agree with you that Sabbat first, right? Right. One problem at a time. Priorities. Gabriel, I'm sure he'll be okay. And then I personally am of the opinion Victor next. Now, here's why. Because if we get into a situation where we have Victor on his knees, we might be able to throw him at Antigen. We might be able to offer a deal where he basically assists us for the common good, as it were. Before we behead him or
Or after.
or after, right? Yeah. Or after, Dave. There's certainly options forward here. I'm willing to agree with you on all of those points. And then Antigen last. After we've pretty much cleaned up everything else in London, we can go after Antigen and rescue our erstwhile gang leader. So.
And how are we going to join into Antigen, person? They are designed to contain and prevent us from doing anything.
Isis, she interrupts and says, as acting Baron at the moment, or senior Anarch, I'm gonna try a diplomatic solution before all that violence that you people love so much. Josh says, why are you the senior? I'm older than you. And she looks at Josh and says, Josh, where are you now? He looks into the distance and says, in a galaxy far, far away. And Isa looks at everyone and says, let's put it to a vote. Everyone for Josh.
I mean, Josh, I love you, man, but you're definitely not in a galaxy far, far away.
Josh is not even raising his hand. She says, everyone for me. And so Mr. Oliver is staying, but
I love how David's
Oliver
twice.
does not raise his hand. He's just sitting there, just looking at her like.
Jake,
I don't know.
Transferable vote.
Jake from the corner of, also raises his hand. Yeah. As I said, I don't want to give commands, but I know you're probably going to be violent with the Sabbat, and I'm going to encourage you to find a diplomatic solution, but I know you're not, but I'm going to pretend you are. I'm going to figure out a way to get him out of prison, and I'm probably going to need to deal with... Well, I need someone to deal with them on my behalf, because they're probably gonna kill me for walking in there, but I think the only one who has this kind of pull is the cult of Mithras. But me being Tremere, I'm not gonna walk in there. It's like throwing myself to the sharks. So, I need to figure out someone who's, well, at least not trying to kill me, or someone Gabriel knows, or I don't know, something, while you deal with the Sabbat. And Jake lifts his head. Please go stand guard or something. And get Emma. We need all hands on deck right now. I'm gonna make sure at this moment that everyone we care about who's still breathing is safe. So, while I do that, you deal with the Sabbat. Any questions?
I'm reviewing stuff in my head, but I'm going to use not for now.
Isa leaves the building. And leaves you in the basement with Josh, and Jake leaves as well.
Alright, so let's get on with it. The sooner the later, huh? Yoo-hoo, Sabbat. Oh no.
Sabbat Part 2. I mean, I'm ready for it. What are we waiting for?
Is there anyone else we can rope in? I know that you could do all of this by yourself, Luke, but is there anyone else we could sort of gently push into the same direction as us?
Aren't the horsemen helping?
I'm hoping they are. I'm also hoping if the rest of London was going to join us as well. Not that those things that broke into the Haven weren't sort of easily dispatched. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think we did a bang up job before. I mean, we've rescued 10 toes, we've raided warehouses. We're pretty damn unstoppable.
We could free Mr. Smith, and he would come along and help.
I agree. Mr. Smith seems to be a standalone guy because, well, we've left him on his own, but he could come. He could definitely help.
See, 2 voices of reason.
I mean, he hasn't done anything bad. You're right about that.
That's 3.
Only because he's at your mercy. If you let him out, who knows what he'll do.
Well, then we'll add him to the list of people we'll deal with after the Sabbat, after the Warlock, after insert everyone else that has become our problem. Or maybe he'll help us and he won't be a problem.
At the risk of seeming like something other than a voice of reason, I find myself, disturbingly enough, agreeing with you, Dave. So long as we agree that he is not unbound, unchained, freed, or liberated in any way, we just toss him at the Sabbat like a grenade.
He has to be physically unchained to leave the Haven.
Can't we just keep him chained up? Can't we do that? Like, can't we just wrap them around him or something? Like, can't we just carry him along?
You can turn him into a burrito with magical
what? We can do what with him?
Turn him into a burrito?
A burrito? Yeah.
Push him around in a shopping cart.
Right. We can just like wrap him up in a burrito, you know, and have Oliver carry him. Like, you know, it's be fine.
We need to get an extension chain.
That's right. Now I see that's an idea I can get behind.
For how long do you want to span that chain? No. We can't deal with this if the horsemen were actually in this. No, I think they are as coerced as we are. We could contact them briefly and then go to the Sabbat before the night is over.
Yeah, but what about Mr. Smith? I mean, if we could just wrap him up in the chains that are binding him, like, I don't see a problem.
Then our haven will be less exposed.
It's not my haven anymore. I don't care.
Yeah, but it's mine.
See, that's your problem, right? It's not mine. Okay.
Wow, it's our problem.
Elitist much?
Josh wakes up from his coma and says, "The bitch queen can help."
Oh no, we're not bringing Beetlejuice into this.
I'm perfectly fine with Beetlejuice. I think Beetlejuice is our answer.
Just for the sake of the third Beetlejuice can be there.
No, like the bitch queen, like Negative Nancy. She deals with demons, right?
Beetlejuice.
Who's the Negative Nancy?
Beetlejuice.
Negative
We
Nancy.
can't say her name.
The bitch queen. Unbelievable.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I thought that the bitch queen was in on this from the start. So, like, I'm
saying if you want to use the demon, she controls demons, right?
Oh, Nemesis.
You're
That's a
right.
good idea.
You're right. Yeah, so she could bind. Yeah, she totally beat his ass the last time, right? Turned him upside down, everything. Or was that Oliver? I can't remember.
I will suggest against
That was me.
on the charge of someone else.
We're going to need everybody we can on this to mop up the Sabbat and then dispose of the Warlock and then get rid of Antigen, and then everybody will bow to us.
Luckily, we have more than enough people. Let's not use freely some kind of magical artifact that could turn another edifice into asses. We can do this.
You're outvoted. Okay.
We are
I
not
hate to be the
voting.
person
You are
to
just
say that.
taking what you need.
Look, I'm thinking about all of us. Me first, of course, but all of us, right? So,
How noble of you.
I'd like to give my
try.
2 cents on the matter.
I'm doing my best to
I'm
maintain.
sorry, but you don't
a
get to
humane outlook.
decide on other people's haven because you neglect it.
Because I'm practicing haven hygiene, all right, and that haven was not hygienic ever.
Oh, and you have
Right.
no word on it on what it's side.
Look,
There's no
I'll give my 2 cents on the
mistakes.
matter if that's all right.
Sorry
We
to
fought
interrupt.
Sabbat before. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, it's just Dave. Can you look at the web? Continue.
I've been trying to avoid.
Oh no. I don't know why that scared me for some reason. Capital W web, bro. Anyway. Oliver's just like, we fought Sabbat before, and we've killed them. Mr. Smith is something beyond us. We don't know what it'll do. You're trifling with things that you don't understand. And if you bring the bitch queen here, you're probably going to be playing right into her hand. We're primed to call upon her to unleash that creature. But
I'm nodding.
if we're all outvoted here, it was just me and Marie. Just tell me when you're going to do something so I'm as far away as possible from it.
I'm nodding with Oliver.
I agree.
You're driving a lot of trains today, Dave.
What the fuck is going on? What's happening?
I mean, in my mind, Dave the Truthworthy is along with this, so I am on the right side of history this time.
You're right. We are.
I'm with you guys. So, yeah,
Um,
I'm a team player.
we kind of need to catch a train as well.
Seems simple enough.
Yeah.
Tube is always running, regardless of how London is doing. So,
Because the horsemen don't appear to have horses, and so I think we need to go to them.
yeah. And I would just take us, on the Midnight Express, but you all, I don't have the ability to portal you all yet. So,
Well, Redbridge is kind of directly north from you guys, but you do have to go through the Nosferatu domain, which is not an issue.
we have a Nosferatu. I'm
Yeah.
sure we'll be fine.
Henry's fine. Henry's a good guy. He helped you in the sewers. He does not seem to.
Yeah. And we have a Nosferatu who's not only affiliated with the Nosferatu, but is also has potentially other affiliations. So, with the
I love when
Carrion-
that happens.
Yeah, exactly. So we're good. Let's just go ahead and do this. Let's break and go team.
Roads are dangerous, though. Do we have any safe roads that we know of?
Just drive to the north and don't do anything stupid on the way.
I just figured we were heading into the sewers again, so
In Emery's mystery van,
I love the mystery van.
where you all fit.
Like the magic school bus, really.
I know, right?
It'll go where we need to,
It's like
Now,
and places you don't want to go either.
it's a mix between the Millennial Falcon and the mystery one then, because
here's the interesting thing: the Magic School Bus mystery van has been involved in other Operation Antigen incidents and occurrences, but I'm sure we're fine.
you should name it Serenity.
Drive like a leap in the wind.
I don't know if Serenity was ever on the agenda for this coterie, so
I mean,
we just keep
serendipity,
straying further from it.
serendipity is currently out of range at this point.
Before you leave for the car, Joss asks, "What can I do in the meantime? I feel kind of useless in an emergency situation. I mean, I can call Gabriel with my mind, but he's not really answering at the moment.
He might be in torpor.
I assume he is. I'm gonna keep trying anyways."
Josh, you're going to stay here and you're going to work with my girl. All right. And you both are going to handle the technological end of things because you're really good at that.
Got it. Turn off every camera in London. Yes.
That's right.
And turn all the lights green where we're going.
Yes.
Yes. And everybody else's lights red. Yeah.
But I picked the route.
Yes.
As long as we know what the route is, so we're of the same mind.
That's right.
You'll shout when you do it, I'll hear you.
Yeah, he looks at Dave, smiles, and says, "Well, you'll know."
We're both trustworthy.
I'll call Alicia then. And you hear him calling her as you're leaving.
On his like contraption, right?
On his contraption. His,
Yeah.
It's very much 40s radio thingy imaging.
Yeah.
But you drive to Redbridge. I think all of you have been here before.
I'm sure we have.
Yeah.
Either in this universe or another. Yeah.
Or the little kiosk with the lotus flower lamp in the window. But you arrive in the alley. It's unnervingly dark around here, and like it seems like the only light is coming from that kiosk. All the street lights have gone out, almost like all the electronics keep failing
Yeah.
in the area. But well, Nemesis does appear in the shadows. It says, "Marina said you were on your way. I heard you talking about me, but I was a bit busy. So, what do you need me for? I heard something about demons and Sabbat."
Carnage. You know what you're good at. Unmitigated carnage. Just devastation. We're just gonna tear ass through the Sabbat. That's what we're gonna do.
We can do that.
I love Dave's expression. I imagine that the characters all like, really?
No, I've seen what they did last time, but they didn't do things I don't want to know.
Well, I need time to prepare. Where are we meeting you? Where are they located? I assume you give the address.
Yeah. Small place outside London. We don't even need to worry about it. So good.
So what's the plan? Are you going in for to listen to the whole villain speech, or are we just dropping a nuke on them and leaving us?
We're just gonna drop a nuke. We're just gonna obliterate, like smash and grab, you know, like that. That's just, yeah.
I can get behind that.
See, I figured we were on the same page there. Like devastation, bloodletting, slaughter. What's not to like?
Do we know anything about them? Their clan, their names, something I can use.
I mean, they are Sabbat, so
We have seen them doing flesh crafting, so probably there's at least a simish.
Then they're gonna know when we're on their land. It's not gonna be a surprise, but doesn't really.
All the more reason not to listen to the villain speech or ask questions. Just go in there and.
I'll use the villain speech as a distraction to set up a boom.
Maybe we have our own villain speech. Can we do that? Can we manage that?
Well, we can plan in the car. What? Second. And she poofs. About 2 or 3 minutes later, she appears again with, well, the rest of the 3 horsemen attached to her arms, or at least holding on to them. And the biggest of them, well, tallest anyways, Björn, he walks over in an alley and starts a car. It's super fucking noisy. It's old American, a Chevy something.
No muffler. Yeah.
Opens up the boot and starts pulling out weaponry. Marina, Hugin, they just look at you guys and nod and walks towards the car. Björn shouts, "We'll follow you." Anyone needs a gun, or
I would like a gun. I'd like a gun.
what kind
Bigger
of gun?
A big gun.
Well, it's a trunk full of them, a lot of them, and
Machine guns,
he points
shotguns,
towards,
like all that stuff. Yeah.
specific one that's not assembled, but he says the only one that's off limits is that one. That's mine. And he looks at the size of your arms and says, "I don't think you'll be able to hold it anyways."
Look, man. All right. I play piano. Okay. Work out.
I will be sticking with my goal.
Like Okay, let's just go with a shotgun then. I mean, I think I can handle a shotgun, right? You know?
He hands you one. It's one of those with a barrel
Yeah, all
that
right.
can go gung 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 very fast.
Love it.
I have my deagle.
Yeah, we're probably going through a checkpoint, but unless
We're used to those. We do great at checkpoints. Like, you should have seen Oliver last time. He just really, yeah, he did an amazing job at that last checkpoint. I mean, I just never seen anything like it. I can't even put it into words, really.
He looks towards Marina and says, "Well, in case you can't, she can fuck with people's minds."
Outstanding. But you really should have been there for Oliver. Like, I just never seen that before.
Wait while you're ahead, Luke. It's cold, and he just keeps looking at Nemesis. He's just like nervous around her.
She blows you a kiss, smiles, gives
He looks
you
away.
a wink, and then she disappears into the shadows.
Luke's just like, "You're gonna be fine. We both have them shadowy tentacle things. We're good."
Why does that not comfort me?
You drive. Oh, I think it's southeast from where you are. Doesn't matter. At least east. No, sorry, bad compass. You're going towards the shitty place called Swindon, but you're not all the way there. I'm just jabbing here. In a little Nowhereville is your direction. You can see on a GPS whatever you're using to get there. Funnily enough, the antigen presence to the west is not that big compared to the east. It's almost like they're more concerned about the borders of France than the borders of Wales.